everyone. Welcome to Inside the Dojo. I'm your host, Willie the Bam Johnson, along with my lovely family, my wife, Kimberly Johnson, my son, Marco the Answer Johnson, and my two precious jewels, Messiah Johnson and Zarion Johnson, are part of our Dojo Kids crew. We're here to empower you, get you going, motivating you with the principles, concepts of martial arts as a lifestyle. Inside the Dojo. Willie Bam Johnson, coming back at you inside the dojo. We want to focus on today is how do you find the right martial arts school? How do we find the right dojo, the Kwan, the place that we want to take our child to, the place that we want to train at? How do we pick it? How do we find it? What do we look for? Well, I done came up in all types of dojos and training centers, from the streets of Baltimore to some of the highest, well planned out, thought out, commercially set up martial arts schools there is in the world. But the one thing that I know that's true to trying to find the right dojo, from my opinion, even being that kid who ran his first school at 17 years old and having people coming in and saying, well, where's the instructor? And they thought, they was looking for this little Chinese man from China. They didn't think it was me, that I was the instructor, and that was hard to, I had to adjust to all those things. But look at me today, being able to achieve such great success. I remember one time somebody told me that you will never make a good teacher. And they shouldn't have never told me that, because if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna find a way to do it. And, thank God, I was able to want to help people so badly that I was able to be awarded the prestigious Black Belt Magazine Hall of Fame Instructor of the Year, along with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, all these great martial artists. So, when you make a commitment to being able to do something, want to be something, and want to achieve a goal, you can do it. But going back to the point, to me, when you walk to a dojo, you're looking, first of all, for somebody to greet you and make you feel at home, to treat you with respect, to be humble and welcome you, knowing that they appreciate you walking through their door and giving them the opportunity to make an impact on your life or your child's life. That's something you can feel. That's genuine. That's authenticity coming through their heart and their spirit. It's not a salesperson, because in martial arts, we don't sell martial arts. We just demonstrate what martial arts is all about. And if our integrity and the values represent what you're looking for, then you pay the price for that. Well, what should I pay? What should you pay? Well, how could you put a price tag on what a person can give you from their heart and soul? You can't put a price tag on a person's worth. I can't put a price tag on my worth, and I can't put a price tag on your worth. That's just that happy medium that makes it affordable for you to be able to come in and train. And then the next thing we're talking about, cleanliness. Is the dojo clean? This is a place where I believe where if you let your baby down and they can crawl around and their bottle drops and hits the carpet, we should always wipe it off or rinse it off, and I'm a dad speaking about that. But even if the baby pick it up without you saying it, you don't feel like some germs or something bad's gonna happen to them. So cleanliness is really important. Bathrooms, all those things, the smell. Yeah, it's a hard-working dojo. It's gonna always be sweaty and whatever, but it should always be clean. I love my dojo so much that I'm the person that does most of the cleaning. I like to mop. It is a form of moving meditation for me. I like to clean the toilets, put my hands down there so I can remember where I come from. So that's the love that we put back into our school. And then, of course, are they living and walking examples of what you're looking for? Because they have to be there. Are they eating right? Are they speaking right? Are they using the same principles that we know that martial arts is all about? That's different from what we see in society. I believe everybody should be greeting and meeting each other through sir and ma'am. I don't care what nobody say outside. I think inside the dojo is always about respect. Sir, ma'am, bow. All those things are very, very important. And then also I think the formality of the dress code. Is everybody dressing in the same type of uniform? It's not about coming in and dressed and impressed to try to pick up a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend, or trying to see who can make the best fashion statement. It's about coming in dressing in a formality and in a manner that's universal, but at the same time allows everybody to focus on what they're here for, to develop themselves and become a much better person. And then the other thing that's important is that, do we make you a parent's coach? Because if you're a parent out there and you bring your kid, you are important. Because without you, how could the martial arts be taught to your child? So therefore, in our school, we call you a parent's coach, because your coaching methods of all what you do outside to reinforce what we do on the floor is just as important as what we do on the floor to reinforce what you're doing off the floor. So it's a building of a village. It takes us to build one, teach one, and we all raise one. And as instructors who have taught so many people, we now have kids who come back and give back even through their example of our youngest son, Zarian, and even Messiah. So it's always about that communication between parent and instructor. So I think once you look for those things in a good martial arts school, you can't go wrong. But you got to feel comfortable. Remember, because each of us are trying to develop a working relationship that allows us to grow. Forget me being a master to have all the answers. I learn just as much from you as what you learn from me. So it's all about growing and learning together and helping one another. And if we do that, we not just build people in our dojo, but that affects our community. And that community affects the universe. And when we affect that, we can bring about massive change. So if that's what you're looking for in the dojo, and if that's not what you was looking for in the dojo, maybe that should be on your checkoff list, and that's what you should be searching for when you go out there on that dojo hunt. Bam Johnson, Booyah Magazine, here with the great dude, the man, Fred the Hammer Williamson. Sir, my hero. I understand. My inspiration. I understand how you feel. I ain't gonna say you my everything. I understand how you feel. What can you say? I mean, man, a kid, who would ever think from where I came from, I would be right here with a man like you?
Well, longevity is the key, man. So,
yes, sir.
When you live your life that's really you, as you live your life that you want to, there's no reason to change. Which means that the characters that I play in my movies, I'm not so far in order of my characters. So there is no possibility of me selling out. You can't buy me. My image is not for sale. My integrity is not for sale. I know what I represent to the black audience. I know what I represent to the black people. That will never change. I put that in my contract when I do movies. One, you can't kill me. Two, after one of my fights in the movie. Three, I get the girl in the movie if I want. Which means you got to do 2 out of 3 of those, or I ain't coming. It ain't about money.
Okay. Black exploitation. We know the power of it. I mean, read the hard way. This right here is a classic. Even the storyline, the things you was talking about, did you ever think that those movies would, some of them things is actually manifest, like, hold up, man, were they real?
See, when I came into the movie business, I had a purpose. Okay. My purpose was to create a black hero. Not to fit into the white explanation of calling my films black exploitation. I never bought into that. I don't know what it means. When somebody says it to me, I gotta ask them, what does it mean? Does it mean that who's being exploited? The audience are getting to see somebody win the fight. The actors are getting a job, they're being paid. So who in the hell is being exploited? It was a terminology created by the white media. So that was part of the demise of the so-called black exploitation movies, because they fell into a trap. Black producers, the actors fell into a trap. The trap was retribution. Let's get whitey back. You can't have a career getting whitey back. You know? So I didn't fall into that trap, because in my movies I killed black people, white people, yellow people, pink people, everybody that was bad went down in my movie. So I didn't fit into that genre of black exploitation. I was a hero. A black hero went in the fight doing this thing that they did. Because I learned from them. I learned from Hackney, Robert Ryan, Robert Mitchum, all those people back in the day, Bogart. I watched them. My film Black Caesar was a tribute to Little Caesar. With G. Robinson, and film called Little Caesar. Okay, now when you watch Black Caesar, is he a bad guy or a good guy? Helps little old ladies across the street, but then he'll kill 2 guys down the street that are bad too. Okay, so is he a good guy or a bad guy? Or is he a bad good guy? So that's the kind of character that I try to play. You have to make that choice. Am I a good bad guy? Or am I a bad good guy? Okay?
So you brought swag into the screen.
Swag is my lifestyle.
With the cigar,
My lifestyle.
with the whole thing.
My lifestyle. I'm from Chicago, homeboy.
Yeah.
All my stuff is from the street, man. All I did was walk off the street up to the screen, man. So, hey, I didn't change nothing. It's like what I said. You gotta be you. If they buy you, fine. If they don't buy you, you can't change and become somebody else because it don't last.
Well, I thank you so much. And I say again to a kid, don't stop dreaming. Don't care how far you're down. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's happening. Continue to look up because you can get up. And look at this, bro. Look at this. Don't be copping out. Generation X. Adults, I like you. I'm all about the kids, baby. Peace. Thank you, sir. No human being on this planet got the strength to beat you down, or to take your heart, or to take your spirit. The only thing that can hurt you is you. Suck it up! There you go, come on, one arm. It don't matter, just do it. Get it out. Don't let it break you down.
The energy that comes off this guy is just phenomenal, and it's contagious.
When you come here, you leave behind everyday worries. You know, the frustration at work. Not every day is perfect, but when you come here, you know, you leave everything behind.
I mean, everyone has their own drama, but it's nice to get away from the 7 days a week that I have at home.
Well, it's not only about the physical stuff, it's also about how to defend yourself. It's about discipline and focus.
It gives me confidence and for myself to be strong and like to not back away from anything.
In life, something's always going to be happening. You're never going to have a clear path towards success. There's going to always be something coming towards you.
Once you change your attitude in life, things start to work, you know, in mysterious ways.
I feel strong, I respect myself. Yeah, I feel like brand new every time I walk out of here.
I love that I came to BAM's Kung Fu. If it wasn't for my dad, I probably would still be overweight and not happy.
Harder! Harder! Because the girl's not going to be hitting you on the street, the guy is. Harder!
When you hear the word the BAM, it goes beyond just the energy. It goes beyond just WMAC master. It goes to a great father. It goes to a loving husband. It goes to all those things, the things that I strive to one day be.
Go, punch! Yes! Scream it out. Scream!
He is just the embodiment of what a role model should be.
Don't you quit. Don't quit. Come on. Come on, Mr. Marvin. You know why I'm here.
I don't think they know how much they mean to me and Seth. Me as a single mom, he doesn't have a male to look up to in the household. And so when he comes home and he says, you know, Professor Bam told me I was a champion today.
Come on.
It means the world to me because he has someone that he can look up to every day when he comes into the school and say, I want to be a man just like that.
The memories that you make here are memories that will stay with you forever.
Hey ladies, you know those days that you don't want to get up or you don't want to go to the gym because you just worked all day, or you don't want to come to class because you got out of work 5 minutes late, or the kids got to go to soccer or piano or whatever it might be. There's always a reason why you won't be able to get to your workout, or why you won't be able to get up out of bed or eat right or things like that. And what you want to know is everybody goes through it, even myself. There are days where I'm like, oh, I gotta go train, but then I gotta go to this meeting. Oh, I could be doing this or doing that. And the thing is that I've come to realize in life, the most important reason that I have to train is because it's like when you're in the airplane, they talk about putting the oxygen mask on your face first and not your child. And I remember when I first heard that, I was like, how dare they tell me not to save my child? Well, dummy, if I can't breathe and I'm suffocating, then my child won't have a chance at survival. So we have to remember, what we eat, our children are gonna eat. What we do, our children are gonna do. So, you know, you're sitting there as a parent, you're like, oh, Johnny doesn't want to come to class no more. Well, it's summer outside, you know, everybody's outside playing, everybody's doing X, Y, and Z. Just like when you come home from work, you're like packing your bag and it's nice outside and you're like, oh, maybe we should cook on the grill, or should I go to class? So you have a lot of decisions to make, but the most important is to remember who's watching you make those decisions. Our children, our spouses, our significant others, they're always watching what decisions we make. And although they say the guy is the head of the family, you've got to remember the woman is the neck. We turn the head. So we got to remember those things. What we do sets a precedence for our family's lifestyle. If we're the ones buying the groceries and cooking, then our family eats healthier. If that's what we as a woman choose to do. If we're the ones buying the clothes for our daughters to wear and they're skimpy, that's what we choose to do. Or if they're modest, that's what we choose to do. There are going to be a lot of times in life when your child wants to give up or quit, but you as the parent have to remember, children don't quit, parents do. It comes a point in time that our example becomes precedent for everything that they do for the rest of their life. So when they see us stick to it and stick through it no matter what, even when it gets most challenging and, you know, we have laundry to do, grocery shopping, and who knows what, getting to work, getting to our extracurricular activities, or your boss says, hey, can you do one more thing before you leave the office today? You're looking at the clock, and then you're like, oh, I gotta get to class, I gotta get my kids here. Make it happen. That's my motto every day, is just make it happen.
Bang! Sir! It's up! Sir! Black Belt Creek, ready to begin! Black Belt is my goal, I'll maintain control. As I grow, I realize I'll never know it all, but I'll strive to go with the flow, cause the truth is universal, sir. Eddie! So with the Black Belt Creed, for us, it helps us with responsibility, because we have a lot of responsibilities here in the dojo and at home at school. So some responsibilities that we have in the dojo are being a leader, and we have to be energetic when we teach classes, and we can be fun, but at the same time we have to be strict. John, how does being a black belt relate to being at home in school?
So black belt relates to being at home in school by, just like Messiah said, you have to be a leader. If you have little siblings, you have to be a leader to them. Just like at school, you have to focus, pay attention, hang around the good kids, not the bad kids. The bad kids will get you in trouble, so you don't want to be there.
And like you said, you don't want to be a follower. That's what a follower is. A follower is somebody that, sometimes if you follow somebody good, then you could elevate past them, but if you follow somebody bad, you'll go down.
And there we have it, bringing the show to an end. Inside the Dojo. Glad you could join us here, and we look forward to seeing you again. But as we depart today, I greet you with respect. Oos! And they say martial arts always begin and ends with respect. But I want you to think about something. I want you to dare to be great. I'm gonna say that to you again. Dare to be great. Only way we can be great and live up to our true potential is to be an example of peace, harmony, and happiness for the next generation. But guess what? Keeping principles before personality. When you live a life of principle-filled leadership, you cannot go wrong. So until next time, you have a great day, a blessed day, and as we say at the end of every last one of our classes, see ya!